What if your brain is secretly sabotaging every financial decision you make? We've been taught that building wealth requires complex strategies and endless hours of research, yet the most powerful tool, or obstacle, isn't your investment portfolio, but the psychology driving your choices. Consider this. The average person makes over 100 money-related decisions each week, most on autopilot. Understanding just one 20-minute principle could rewire that entire process. Strange but true. Uncover why simplicity, not complexity, is the real key to financial freedom. Ever feel like you're just running on a financial hamster wheel, working hard but never really getting ahead? What if I told you that the secret to building wealth isn't about working more hours or finding some complex secret formula? It's actually about mastering a few simple psychological shifts that anyone can make, starting today. Imagine waking up with a sense of financial calm, knowing exactly where your money is going and feeling in control of your future. We're going to break down the exact mental frameworks that separate those who struggle with money from those who build lasting wealth, all without needing a finance degree or a six-figure salary. This isn't about budgeting apps or stock picks. It's about rewiring the way you think about money itself, so you can make decisions that naturally lead to prosperity. Ready to transform your financial life in just the next 20 minutes? Pause for a second. Get started. Picture the typical financial advice landscape. A chaotic marketplace shouting conflicting messages. On one side. On the other, the traditional finance establishment peddles complexity as sophistication, burying simple truths under layers of jargon, convoluted investment products, and an unspoken assumption that you need a finance degree just to keep your head above water. This entire ecosystem thrives on one simple, unspoken rule. Your confusion is their business model. Why do we accept this madness? Because we've been sold a dangerous myth that managing money well requires immense time, specialized knowledge, and constant attention. It's a belief system meticulously constructed to make you feel inadequate, to keep you consuming content, buying courses, and paying for management fees you don't understand. The financial industry's dirty little secret is that the fundamentals of building wealth are astonishingly simple. They're just not profitable for the middlemen. Consider the sheer cognitive load this imposes. You're already juggling a career, relationships, personal goals, and the general chaos of modern life. Another angle, you're told you must also become an amateur portfolio manager, tax strategist, and macroeconomic forecaster just to achieve basic financial security. It's an impossible standard designed to make you fail. The real barrier to wealth isn't intelligence or effort. It's the overwhelming noise convincing you that simplicity equals inadequacy. What if the entire premise is backwards? True financial mastery isn't about doing more, it's about strategically doing less. While the finance bros are glued to their Bloomberg terminals chasing the next hot stock, the truly wealthy have already automated their systems and moved on with their lives. They understand that wealth isn't built through constant activity, but through consistent, intelligent inaction. The 20-minute money philosophy flips the script entirely. It's not another thing to add to your to-do list, but a way to eliminate financial stress from your life permanently. Think about the last time you tried to learn investing. You probably fell down a rabbit hole of contradictory advice, technical analysis charts that look like abstract art, and enough acronyms to fill a military handbook. This complexity isn't accidental. It's a feature designed to make you feel like you need guidance, that you're not capable of handling this yourself. But strip away the noise and what remains? A handful of fundamental principles that haven't changed in centuries. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference automatically. Protect against catastrophe. Repeat. That's the entire game. The most subversive truth in personal finance is that the system wants you distracted. It profits from your anxiety, your FOMO, your belief that you should be optimizing every last basis point. Meanwhile, the quiet millionaire next door has been following the same 3 simple rules for decades, without reading a single market forecast or rebalancing their portfolio more than once a year. They've discovered the ultimate financial hack, that time spent thinking about money is often time wasted. Your most valuable asset isn't your capital, it's your attention. The central conflict in modern financial life isn't a lack of information. It's a fundamental mismatch between our ancient cognitive wiring and the overwhelming complexity of today's financial systems. Our brains evolved to solve immediate survival problems, not to navigate abstract concepts like compound interest or retirement planning decades into the future. This creates a persistent tension between what we know we should do and what we actually end up doing. Why does a simple savings goal feel so mentally exhausting? Neuroeconomic research points directly to what's called cognitive load. Every financial decision, from choosing a health insurance plan to rebalancing an investment portfolio, consumes precious mental energy from the same finite pool we use for everything else. A landmark study published in the Journal of Finance analyzed over 10,000 households and found a startling correlation. On days when people faced more complex financial decisions, they were significantly more likely to avoid making any decisions at all, even on unrelated tasks. The brain, when overwhelmed, defaults to the path of least resistance, which is often financial inaction. Consider the sheer volume of choices confronting the average person. A typical retirement plan offers dozens of fund options. Mortgage products come with countless variations. Insurance policies present endless fine print. This paradox of choice, a term coined by psychologist Barry Schwartz, doesn't liberate us, it paralyzes us. When faced with too many options, our prefrontal cortex, the seat of executive function and long-term planning, effectively short circuits. We don't make optimal choices. We either make impulsive ones or we defer the decision indefinitely. The result? A 2023 Federal Reserve report indicated that nearly 40% of American adults would not be able to cover a $400 emergency expense with cash. Inaction has a cost. This cognitive overload is compounded by a deeper, more insidious psychological force: temporal discounting. Our brains are hardwired to value immediate rewards far more heavily than future ones. This was a brilliant adaptation for our ancestors. Eating the berry now was always smarter than risking it being gone later. But in a financial context, this same wiring makes saving for retirement feel less urgent than buying a new gadget today. The future self is an abstract concept, a stranger who doesn't trigger the same emotional response as a present-day desire. A dollar today feels subjectively more valuable than $10 in 30 years. How do these forces manifest in our daily behavior? We see it in the planning fallacy, where we consistently underestimate the time, effort, and money required to achieve our goals. Here's a twist. We see it in present bias, the tendency to overvalue immediate gratification at the expense of our long-term financial health. We tell ourselves we'll start saving next month, or that we'll research investments when we have more time, a time that never seems to arrive. This isn't a simple failure of willpower. It's a predictable outcome of our cognitive architecture struggling against an environment it was never designed for. The financial industry often exacerbates this conflict rather than resolving it. Complex fee structures, opaque jargon, and a bombardment of conflicting advice from media and social platforms only add to the noise. Pause for a second. This creates a state of what behavioral economists call rational ignorance. It can be perfectly rational for a person to avoid learning about something because the perceived cost in time and mental effort outweighs the potential benefit. The system expects us to be cold, calculating economists, but we are warm-blooded, emotionally driven humans with limited attention spans. We are trying to play a grandmaster-level game of chess with a brain built for spotting ripe fruit and avoiding predators. The tension is inevitable. What if I told you the most sophisticated wealth-building tool isn't some complex algorithm or secret investment strategy, but something you carry with you every single day? Your attention is the ultimate currency in today's distracted world. While everyone else is chasing shiny objects and quick fixes, true wealth flows to those who can focus their mental energy with intention. Think about the last time you made a significant financial decision. Were you fully present, or were you multitasking, stressed, or emotionally drained? We live in an attention economy where every notification, advertisement, and social media post competes for your cognitive resources. The wealthy understand this fundamental truth. Scattered attention leads to scattered results. When your mind is fragmented across a dozen different concerns, you can't possibly make clear financial decisions. That's why the most successful investors and entrepreneurs guard their focus as fiercely as their bank accounts. They create mental space for what truly matters. Consider the quiet confidence of someone who knows exactly where their money is going and why. They aren't constantly checking stock prices or reacting to market noise. Instead, they've built systems that allow their wealth to grow while their mind remains free to pursue meaningful work and relationships. This isn't about being rich. It's about being present enough to recognize opportunities others miss because they're too busy being busy. Your financial future depends more on your ability to concentrate than on any single investment you'll ever make. The modern world wants you to believe complexity equals sophistication when it comes to money matters. Nothing could be further from the truth. Simple systems consistently outperform complicated ones because they're easier to maintain and less likely to fail during emotional turbulence. Think of the investor who dollar-cost averages into index funds versus the day trader glued to 6 screens. Who sleeps better at night? Who has more mental energy for their family and passions? Complexity often masks insecurity, while simplicity reflects understanding. Have you ever noticed how the most financially secure people often have the calmest demeanor? This isn't a coincidence. They've mastered the art of financial mindfulness, the practice of bringing non-judgmental awareness to money decisions. When market volatility strikes, they don't panic sell. When a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity appears, they can evaluate it without FOMO clouding their judgment. This mental clarity becomes their greatest asset, allowing them to act rather than react. Money flows toward clarity and away from confusion. Every financial mistake I've made in my life came from a place of mental clutter, rushing decisions, following crowds, or acting from fear rather than logic. The turning point came when I realized wealth isn't just about what you earn, but about what you notice. The opportunities hidden in plain sight. The unnecessary expenses draining your resources. The patterns in your spending that reveal your true priorities. Pay attention to what you pay attention to. Imagine your mind as the command center of your financial life. If that center is constantly under siege by distractions, emergencies, and noise, how can it possibly make wise long-term decisions? The most valuable financial habit you can develop isn't tracking every penny, it's protecting your mental space. Create rituals that allow for reflection. Design environments that support focus. Your future self will thank you for the quiet moments of clarity you cultivate today. We've been taught to outsource our financial thinking to experts, apps, and algorithms. While tools have their place, nobody will ever care about your money as much as you do. The real work happens in the space between stimulus and response, that crucial moment where you decide whether to buy, sell, hold, or wait. That's where fortunes are made and lost. That's where your attention either serves you or betrays you. Master that space, and you master your financial destiny. True wealth begins in the mind long before it appears in your bank account. It starts with the quiet confidence of knowing what matters to you, the discipline to ignore what doesn't, and the wisdom to understand the difference. While others chase trends, you're building foundations. While they react to noise, you're responding to signal. This mental advantage compounds over time, creating not just financial abundance, but something even more valuable, peace of mind. And isn't that the ultimate return on investment? Picture this. We're going to shrink your financial world down to just 3 numbers. What if I told you that by focusing only on your income, your fixed expenses, and your savings rate, you could stop feeling overwhelmed and start feeling in control? Picture a dashboard with just 3 dials. That's all you need to monitor. Forget tracking every single coffee or subscription for now. Simplicity is your new superpower. Consider this. We could automate your savings so your future self gets paid before your present self even has a chance to spend. Set up a direct transfer that moves 20% of your income into a separate account the day it hits your bank. Why does this work so well? Because it removes the need for willpower. You're building wealth on autopilot, almost like you're not even trying. Your money grows quietly in the background while you focus on your day. Next, redefine what an investment means to you. It's not just about stocks or real estate. It's about putting your money into assets that generate more money while you sleep. Start with one low-cost index fund and contribute to it consistently every month. Think of it as planting a single tree in a forest you'll never have to tend. Over time, that tree grows, drops seeds, and before you know it, you've cultivated an entire ecosystem of wealth without constant effort. Finally, protect your mental energy by scheduling a weekly 20-minute money date with yourself. Use this time to review those 3 numbers, check that your automation is running smoothly, and make any minor tweaks. How much clarity can you gain in just 20 minutes? More than you'd think. This isn't about becoming a finance expert. It's about creating a system that serves you, so you can live your life without money constantly on your mind. Consistency in these small steps builds a foundation that lasts a lifetime. Think about the last time you felt truly, deeply in control of your money. Not just paying bills on time. That feeling is what this is all about. It's not about spreadsheets or complex formulas. It's about the freedom to choose your life without a financial pit in your stomach. We started this journey talking about a busy mind, a life in motion. And maybe you've spent years feeling like money was a dense, confusing textbook you were supposed to have already read. But what if it's not? What if it's more like a simple recipe you can tweak to your own taste? You don't need to become a master chef. You just need to know how to make a few good, reliable meals that nourish you. Remember the power of a single, focused 20 minutes. In the time it takes to watch half a sitcom, you can redirect the entire trajectory of your financial life. One small decision, repeated, becomes a habit. That habit becomes a system. And that system becomes your financial autopilot, quietly working in the background while you live your actual life. The market will always have its dramatic swings, and life will always throw its surprises. But your financial peace doesn't have to be a casualty of that chaos. It can be the anchor you've built for yourself, the calm center you return to. This isn't about predicting the future. It's about building a vessel sturdy enough to handle whatever weather comes. A quick story. Go live your complicated, beautiful, busy life. Let your money work become so seamless, so integrated, that you almost forget you're doing it. Let your future self look back on this moment, on this single decision to simplify, and smile. They're already thanking you. The rest is just details.